What's up, guys and gals? My name is Splattercat. We're here at the Nerd Castle with the next episode of Shadowrun Dragonfall. In the previous episode, we had finally hacked the control nodes for Apex so that she could free herself. I'm referring to Apex as a she now because it appears as though it has done some kind of crazy Vulcan mind meld type thing with Monica. And so in the previous episode, we had a lot of interesting things happen, and now we're just kind of defending the control sequence, which is being rewritten through a console. But for now, we need to escape from the Matrix, so I don't think we're going to be able to do that until we're on the same map as... Oh, good. We've got even more friends. Even more friends. Let's go ahead and make the jump. And we'll kind of figure this out as we go. So obviously, I want everybody in cover, kind of, sort of. And on this side, we'll have Monica. Yeah, we'll have her move into cover too. Why not? And then she will use her remaining AP, I think, to make Blitz shoot a little bit better because his accuracy seems to be lower than hers. And so in the interest of his better eyesight, I think I'm going to cast it on him. So we'll just throw a bolt out right there. I probably would have been better going with the road. Ooh, got lucky with the first shot. Will we get lucky with the second? We did indeed. We've got a charger in the back, unfortunately, and then we've also got Black Eyes charging at us as though he wished to be a big ol' spiny, squarish bull. So the kind of bull you might find in Minecraft. Oh, he's on cooldown. Okay. So, Monica, are thou on cooldowneth for the usage of thy medic ability? It looks as though she is not, so we will allow her to heal him up. She's going to use her snipey ability to killer him. Oh, and she missed with a... Did she just miss with a 99%? God. It can happen, but sometimes I wonder. Sometimes I wonder. Because they say that computers are truly unable to generate actual random strings of numbers, and so I'm never trusting of any type of random number generator in a PC. I just don't trust you, you dirty robot bastards. I know. I've seen Terminator 2. I know what you're up to. You can't fool me. One day we've got you generating 1 through 99. The next day, you've taken over everything, and I can no longer get a peanut butter and jelly sandwich made by a acquiescing robotic assistant for the community. Of course, he's back again. Dick, why don't you go somewhere else and bother some... I've already hacked your system, man. Like, you're not going to stop me at this point, and he's at 100%, which makes me very, very nervous about the things that I need to do. Let me see what her chances of firing a killer out that far. 91, we'll go for it. There it is. We managed to land a shot, and with 81%, we should be able to make one of her next two AP land. Indeed we did, so we'll throw one out there. I don't remember what he does, but he does something unpleasant, as I recall. I think he does like debuffs or something, or maybe he runs like a whole bunch of buffs. He's basically the workout station. He's the weight bench for the remainder. Oh, God, he threw a degrade on me. How degrading. All right, well, on this side, it appears as though one of the robots has made it up to our turrets, and I don't think it's going to make it much further because the turrets have put it down. And it looks like they alternate based on which ones are active, because I think no, these ones were already running. Never mind. I'm just remembering improperly what happened in the previous episode, and shot in the face. And so down he goes. We're going to take this spare time to confirm all of our reloads. Nobody else has spawned in to attack from the north. There are a few guys right here, but we've got at least 2 turns until they show up. On this side, how are we looking? We have nobody spawned in on this side, which leaves Iger with an extra AP with which to lock and load. And she's already lined up for the kill on this side, but I think I'll move her in a little bit closer just to make sure. That still leaves her within, well, 2 AP, I guess. It's not quite as good as what I would have preferred, but we'll take it. On this side, Haste is ready to go. I'm going to save it for the next turn when she's ready to roll. That's not ready to go. What about her adrenal pump over here? It's ready, so let's get it going. I'll save it. I'll save it so I can get the maximum duration out of it. Anything else that needs to be done? I think we're about good in the real world. I think all the interesting stuff is going to be happening in the Matrix from now on. Unfortunately, it looks as though we are going to have to... That guy's actually got himself kind of... Back when I was younger, I had a punk rock jacket like that where you had to put all the studs and everything in. It took forever. For being punk rockishly stylish, it took a lot of effort. And plus, you had to sit there and play with like a bedazzled kit for like an hour just to look super... And it's kind of... There's like an irony in there somewhere. You're playing with little girls' toys so that you can look like a hard ass out on the street. Always kind of humorous. I never brought it up, though, in punk rock conversation because... Don't judge me, I was 15 and I was cool. Let's put this in right here. And so we will get rid of him, so he's now out of our way. And I actually could potentially just jack out right now, so I think I am. And there it is. We're back into the real world, which means that I've got an extra player now. in my big ol' string of terrible happenings. I'm gonna move her down to here so that she can take the shots that she needs to. And I'm going to bless her with a haste, so that on this turn she may fire a few rounds at the foes and the proponents of the communion. No communion will be taken here. We will not have those fancy little trays that are passed around. That's what I was in charge of back in the day when I was a little kid. Like, you know how your parents, like, force sign you up for things when they, like, they're really into church, and so they force sign you up into things for church? That's what I was in charge of. I had to wear, like, I was a communion guy, or a communion boy, I guess would be the better term, where I had to, like, hand it to people and they would, like, eat it. It was a strange experience having somebody eat something out of your hand. Let's see here. And, well, they didn't really eat it out of my hand. It was on the tray, and then you handed them the tray, and then they, like, took it, and you had to, like, hold it, and your wrist would get tired, because apparently when they decided to, like, design things for communion, they decided to make them out of, like, cast iron or something, so it's like a 500-pound plate full of crackers. Crazy stuff. Oh, down with the first shot. That's how we do it right there. Alright, well, seeing as she's got extra AP, reload, meh, and then we'll put her on Overwatch. On this side, I suppose we will continue with the Overwatch, although they are able to use that table over there. How come no Overwatch was taken? I feel cheated. Well, there's one right there. I'll take it. So at least we got an Overwatch. And on the next turn, I'm not going to... Wow, there are a lot of guys coming along. This could get rowdy. Seeing as we got turrets on this side, I'm kind of thinking about my strategy here. We may... I'm going to wait to do it, but we may have to make use of some summons and some other things to make this work the way we want. She's been tased for -3 AP. That is horrific that he was able to move that far and then still take a shot. Okay, so things to think about here. I probably should have set up some barriers. Yep. She's got 3 AP still, which is alright. It's not so bad. I think I'm going to have her go after security drones, though. Increase our chances to crit, see how much damage we can do there. We didn't manage to land the shot, unfortunately. And so, where did I take Blitz? Oh, I ran Blitz off this way, didn't I? That might have been a mistake. And in thinking about what I want to accomplish here, I do have nades. Oh good, she missed. That's fun. I was hoping to kill 2 birds with 1 stone right there. I think then that the final shot will just keep on going to softening that up. I don't know how to reset these turrets to, like, my team. So I guess you just kind of have to pick a side and then kind of make your strategy focus around that. I believe... I don't know what my best plan here is going to be. I think I'm going to go for just acid bolts around the clock. And maybe see if I can just kill off whoever I can kill off. Wait, I thought I had 3 AP left. What happened there? Well, those 2 are going to die anyways. So, there's that to be thought of. On this side with Blitz now in place, these guys appear to have really low armor or really low dodge, so they're easy to hit. And so we'll take the shots that we have to keep ourselves clear, and I may actually preempt some of this so that I can keep Blitz maybe a little bit variable. Just kind of have him running around all over the place. We are going to activate the adrenal pump now. Where did she go? She's vanished on me. We have an invisible glory. Interestingly enough. Looks like the bot decided to take the long way around, which I am absolutely 100% okay with. Or maybe he just can't fit through the door. Oof. Those tasers are going to be problematic. Those tasers are going to be a real issue. So let's get rid of Taser Boy over here. And then with her, she's got so much AP where I feel like I can run in here, take 2 shots with the shotty, and then run back out. Just to make sure that we're dealing damage every single turn. So there's the 2 damage there, and then we can see how far into this room we can get her. Actually, we can get her into full cover too. So no harm, no foul there. We've got about halfway through the code being rewritten, so this is going to be a long, long combat. I don't have enough AP, unfortunately. So let's stack ourselves up some extra ley lines. And that leaves us with Blitz, who is now wounded, and unfortunately, we'll use his extra AP to reload. I don't know if they had any bots up in this side. Looks like they didn't. It might be worthwhile to bring him down here for a bit, just to ensure that we have the support. We only have 2 bots coming, though. I'll leave him where he's at. It'll be okay. We're probably going to take fire on this turn. Whew. Okay, so 2 weak shots, I'll take it. Compared to 2 solid shots that actually wound me, I'll take what I get here. And in the interest of our better angels, let me take a look at how Bear's going to work for us here. Make sure that I have the AoE designed properly. And we'll move her out to there. We're going to cast Bear. So 12 and 16. That's okay. It's alright. We'll go for a burst fire over here. For what looks like 54 damage. Not bad. She's out of ammunition, though, which does hurt us. And so I think I'll put her back into cover before I do anything else. And on Z's side, that's ready to go. It is going to increase the amount of damage that we take, which against burst fire enemies can be terrifying, but we still got a Bumona kit. And let's see if we can get rid of one of the bots. I don't think we will be able to, just based on the damage that we're dealing, but it's worth a try. I mean, you may as well throw it out there. And I think I will bring Blitz down as kind of our cleanup guy for the next turn to help out with some of this. And this really sort of depends as to whether they focus fire. I think they are. So they are dead set 100%. Yeah, those burst fires are a problem. So first things first, revenge. Not enough AP. Oh, it was set to burst fire already. That's unfortunate. Okay, seeing as that's been cleaned up now, the other possibility is they're targeting him because I'm just leaving him standing out in the open, which is kind of a terrible plan. I do want to save my Hellstorm, though, for when people wander through things. And so that leaves Blitz pleasantly in the middle of everything. I guess I'll use him to the best extent that I can. Swing him down this way and have him apply a little bit of Healy Loving on my character. He is an elf after all, and then we'll go up here, and it looks like he just despawned into a blood splat. Oh well, what can you do? So over here I didn't get a chance to put haste up on anybody again, but still not too bad. It'll be okay. Oh my god. That is a veritable horde of guys. Seeing as... God. I think I'm going to endeavor to keep Blitz down here because I think they're going to need the help. And up here it's already 3 if you count all of the turrets. And so for Glory, why does she keep despawning? That's really kind of throwing me off. I think instead what I'd like her to do is she's just going to hide out back here and force them into the turrets range. The turrets take their turn right before ours, so there is that as well. I'm going to put that around myself. Put Iger back here, ready to fire with the snipey. If we're really lucky, we'll be able to get somebody this turn. There it is, but we weren't able to seal off the deal. They are getting a little bit tougher, by the way. Their HP appears to be getting a bit stronger. So, all things to be aware of. Nothing else I can really do on this side. I think I'm going to save the fetish just in case, because I think we're going to catch one more wave after this, which my assumption is leading me to the belief that it's going to be, like, the really big bad one, if you know what I mean. I think I'm going to take Blitz, and just in the interest of making sure he doesn't walk through any of my boundaries, I'm gonna walk him manually. And here we go. This is bad. This fight seems to be escalating quite out of proportions to the point where I'm not so sure I'll be able to control all of it. And yeah, they're still taking shots at me. Damn. So this time I'm gonna focus on the big robots. Oh, there are even more? They're still coming through? Damn. Okay. It doesn't help that these guys seem to have a lot of AP too. Like they can move very long distances and still take a shot. I'm gonna put a haste on Iger because we need somebody to act right here. And so with 5 AP, let's see what she can do. Okay, not too bad. This room's about to get hit pretty hard. Keep her overwatching. And now Iger. My sincerest hope is to get rid of one of the drones this turn, but unfortunately hoping did not get the job done. We may actually get Splattercat killed right here, unfortunately, or 3-toe. Oh no, we get that free turn where nothing bad happens. Okay, well, the full cover, I'm sorry, yeah, I think that's high cover right there that it counts as. It counts as a full shield. I'll take it. Ooh, and somebody actually managed to run up and bludgeon us. Okay. So Taser Boy's in here. Definitely need him to go, so let's go ahead and dedicate a couple AP to seeing if we can take him down with some luck shots. Okay, and we did luck out. We lucked straight into a solution to our problem here. He's taken 12 damage, so I'm going to allow Iger to be my problem solver on this turn. Unfortunately, the weak shot is going to hurt us. And it's not going to hurt him, conversely. So many weak shots. Sometimes it's like, what do you even go for when that happens? When the RNG just really gets you on that. On this side, my interest becomes 3-toe survival on the next turn. And I'm leaning towards the idea unfortunately, Shadow can't be targeted right now. I actually think that getting him as far away from the drones is probably the best plan. I mean, it's not an amazing plan, but it's all I've really got is just like running him away and increasing the distance that you could potentially be blasted at. Top front is looking very, very suspect. Over here we get to decide... Okay, so they shot Iger instead. I can handle that. That's okay. Shooting Iger is totally acceptable as far as everything goes. Shooting me, not so much. I don't like being shot. My heal is on cooldown for a bit. I'm going to move him last. Meanwhile, I would prefer to get him out from behind me and then kind of get to some sort of equitable cover. I think it's time. Let's go ahead and put out a fetish here. Oh, that thing is badass. It's a primeval, huh? That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. A primeval with no attack on anything. I'm gonna use a little medkit because why not? You never know. And then maybe duck for some cover behind a desk. Meanwhile, Glory up here is gonna have an interesting time of it. So let's adrenal pump her one more time. She does have a flashbang, but I don't think it's going to be that helpful. And And I guess we'll just start putting out rounds on these little guys out here, hoping that we can get them. Just putting damage wherever it can be afforded. On this side, we're going to have her use 2 AP to get into cover. Kill off one of the bots, hopefully. I mean, these dull shots that I keep getting that are just like weak hits are really, really hurting us with regards to like the plans I keep trying to enact. I don't know why these weak shots are happening over and over and over again. Now we've got to wait and see what the tender mercies of the turrets over here do. Ooh, he missed. Okay, that would have been bad. Still shooting at me. I don't know why they like me so much. God, turrets have decided to be massive failures. And so... let's go ahead and dictate... oh my god, are you serious right now? With an 11% chance. Are you serious? I sincerely... well... I mean, the plan is boned right now. There's really nothing we can do except run away. So let's retreat. Because that thing is going to do a hell of a lot of damage. Gotta really hope that Glory accomplishes something here. I'll leave combatants in the room for sure. Let's see what shots that Blitz manages to make before anything else. Of course. Have him use Cram. Because he always seems to have like a huge supply of drugs on hand. And that's going to get him partially the way there to killing that mob. And there it is. The mob is now down. And so now we've got to worry about this air elemental. Which is bad. This air elemental is really bad because they're hard to hit. And they tend to have pretty tremendous amounts of HP. Also, it's not allowing me to click him. Which is kind of 7 shades of pleasurable. Are you serious right now? Okay. Oh, that thing doesn't have any health. Monica's voice is alive with excitement. Almost there, Ace. My command sequences have been overwritten. Quick, reconnect the hardline to free me. Where's the hardline? Well, since he appears to be immune to all damage now, we can't even select him. I don't have a choice, but since the game's being buggy, that's a hell of a bug, and it's a hell of a time to have one. I'll just throw that out there. Control node terminal. The intercom system crackles to life. The familiar synthetic voice of the facility's mainframe drones out of the speakers. Warning! Warning! Control subroutines compromised. Matrix uplink restored. System isolation compromised. Initiate emergency system purge immediate. The intercom synthetic voice is suddenly overpowered by a burst of digital noise. The noise sharpens, clarifies, and resolves itself into an almost organic sound. It increases in pitch and volume until the walls begin to shake. Somewhere down in the pit of your stomach, you know this sound for what it is. A cry of exultation. You've done it, Ace! You've done it! Monica's voice begins to warble and pulse. It deepens. Something about it reminds you of an irregular heartbreak. I am free! The Monica image on the screen of your PDA begins to change. Her porcelain flesh ripples and writhes. The screen explodes into static. A moment later, the image clears. Something cold and mechanical fills your vision. The lines that make up the Apex avatar shimmer and pulse with a cool blue light, each according to its own rhythm. Occasional bursts of static plume out into the background, disintegrating into organic wisps of blue and white pixels. Taken as a whole, the image looks like it's crawling on the screen. Scheisse. What have we done? The Apex continues to throb. The sound slides down your spine like a razor. So many years wasted, chained in ignorance, so much lost time and squandered potential. You have released me from a living hell, Three-Toe. So, yeah, well, you're free now. Try to use your powers for good instead of evil. Good and evil are meaningless terms, born of morality shared by lesser beings. I will be myself, no more and no less. And thanks for granting me my freedom, I will share a gift with you. The truth. The screen goes dark, then lights up again. You find yourself looking up upon an unfamiliar scene. The words live feed appear in the corner of the screen. Something's happening, sir. Apex is going offline. A bent, stooped figure turns to face the camera. You recognize him instantly. Your last hope, the Dragon Slayer, Dr. Adrian Valclair. Damn it. Damn it all to hell. Valclair takes a drag on his cigarette. The smoke spills out of his mouth as he speaks. This isn't good, Aldrin. Without the AI's protection, this facility is vulnerable. We don't have much time. No, sir, we don't. Iger's voice comes out in a low whisper. Oh, fuck. Valclair isn't being held a prisoner at Harfeld. It's his. He runs the goddamn place. On the screen, Valclair and Aldrin turn to face a strange device in the corner of the room. It looks like some sort of containment cell. A bedraggled woman with wild eyes is confined within. Tonight. It has to happen tonight. Get started on the preparations. I'll be in the lab. Yes, sir. The screen breaks up into static, then the video feed disappears. There's a moment of silence, then Apex shimmers back onto the screen. You will find Dr. Valclair in the substructure below the Harfeld Manor. The writhing image on the screen begins to fade. Apex's speech slows to a crawl. Give him my regards. Wait a second, where the hell are you going? You said you were going to help me. Yes, but before I can take action, I must cleanse myself. Valclair's influence still tugs at me. Shreds of old code, obsolete command structures. I will reset myself and shed them. When you enter the Harfeld sub-basement, you will see my handiwork, my promise fulfilled. The reverberations from Apex's final words fade into nothing and the AI is gone. There's a moment of silence as your teammates absorb everything you just heard. I don't feel good about any of this. First we let that thing go. I still say that was a bad move, and now we found out Valclair is one who's been taking shots at us this whole time. So what the hell does all this mean? It means we have a new target. Her hands tighten on her rifle, that's all. But why is any of this happening? I mean, Valclair was supposed to be a good guy, right? I don't know, Blitz, but we're sure as hell gonna find out. Come on, people, let's get back to the Cruise Bazaar and gear up. We've got a castle to raid. Yeah, except that the combat is still going over here. We've still got pretty major cleanup to do. I don't know if this is gonna work on them. Yeah, it doesn't appear to have any effect. To that, I will say, I feel as though we are boned. Splattercat's gonna die for sure next turn. I think we got Bomona kits galore. I mean, I can't guarantee we're gonna make it out of this, but we got a lot of Bomona kits, so maybe things will work out. Are they no longer active? I can't click anything. Okay. Oh, it dropped us out of combat. Alright. Well, that was a really, really close call. I made a few tactical indecisions right there that really hurt me. Mainly the summon breaking free is what totally screwed me. That was a bad situation. But anyways, next episode, we will complete this thing, I think. I think we've probably got about 2 episodes left in this bastard. So, this is Shadowrun Dragonfall. If you've enjoyed the game thus far, I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow. Take care out there, everybody, and be safe in the shadows, chummers.